Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're jumping back into our game with middle-aged Sceleria. It is turn 72. If you recall, in the last episode, we had a huge battle with Agartha where we managed to block his throne rush at some cost, but it was actually a pretty efficient battle. Well, okay, efficient. We spent 100 gems on battlefield spells, so maybe not that efficient, but anyway, we won without losing too many mages or stuff like that, so cannot be too upset. We see we're getting attacked by disease demons and mind hunted and all sorts of things. So let's see what the hell has happened. We have empowered ourselves in Astral. This is so that we can cast Wish. My Queen of the Lakes was mental, and of course she's killed. This is the thing. Whenever I mind hunt anybody, it never freaking works. When other people do it on me, it works like 100% of the time. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, that's because other people use penetration boosters more than you. And, well, okay, other people do that, but I do them too, and it never freaking works for me the same way it works for other people. So, anyway. So, of course, Lime was one-hit killed by Mind Hunt. One shot, one kill. And I can't show it to you. I think I might not have had an MR item on there. We have to go back and check. I think I had one. I think she was like 20-something MR, which means it should take, like 4 or 5. Anyway. Thaumaturg gets crushed by a disease demon. A Scalarian cultist gets crushed. We cast Mind Hunt. And as you can see, okay. Now we are not casting in this case with penetration items. But anyway. The person we cast it on does manage to resist. Coming down here, we get murdered again and again and again and again. So we're paying the toll. Now, these are probably coming from Abyssia. I mean, almost undoubtedly coming from Abyssia. Though, they could be from Agartha. I don't think Agartha has really broken into blood. But it's possible. We cast Mind Hunt again down here. We successfully kill somebody, so that's actually nice. I don't know who Cornelius was. Anyway. We're also getting attacked by horrors, which that's what these battles are here. So you can see the horror raid was successful, but it was on top of a fort, which doesn't really do as much. It doesn't really deny you much income, unless you raid on top of it afterwards, which you might have. And then we have a slew of battles. Just look at all these battles, guys. Look at all this. Now, I think we have to click on them real quick. Okay, so that one's working. That one is working. So this is where Agartha tried to raid, and let's just watch this. So he is trying to raid to have at least some score in the raiding war. Right, because if you only are defensive or if you're only doom stacking, you're going to lose the raiding war. So he's trying to raid, and this is a pretty efficient little raiding party. He's doing Strength of Giants on his Magma Children and then letting them run in. I don't know why it calls them Magma Children when they've got like 12-pack abs. Anyway, should be Magma Men. But you can see we just have a ton of dudes here. And, yeah, they're gonna inflict some damage, but not much. I don't think those were... Okay, a lot of those were PD, actually. I think I actually planned that. So I have a ton of income. So one of the things I can do with that income is just do a PD dump, where he wouldn't expect it. Like, right here. You wouldn't expect this would be a PD dump, but I put 41 PD in here. Now, this is not a good general strategy, but I knew he would be counter-raiding. I knew it was unlikely that a huge army would come rolling through here for a few turns. So I can kill raiders and while at the same time hold on to this. And I think I have a significantly bigger gold economy than Agartha. So even if I'm not trading super efficiently, if I'm just trading, like here I held on to this for an extra turn, I killed his raiders, that's okay. And the thing that this does is now he doesn't know when he goes into my province, am I going to have 3 PD, am I going to have 10 PD, am I going to have 20, or am I going to have 41? And that means he has to do bigger commitments for his raiding. And the bigger the commitments he has to do, the easier those are for me to respond to. So that is that. Always good to be unpredictable. Here you can see he fails again with the raiding squad. This time it's really small, but, okay. I also have a fair amount of PD here. But This is a little different. This is more, I think I kind of want to hold it, but I'm not sure I can. He's got a big army here. This big army could move back on top of me. We'll see. Coming down here, we are attacking Abyssia. Okay, we got a big battle. Don't want to spoil it, so let's click out of it. Okay. On the team of the good, we have Team Sceleria. Notable characters include our Vampire Lord, who has a Demon Bane so he doesn't get burnt to a crisp by fire. And then we have Hildur the Troll King, who is ready to make all of my skeletons immortal. Now on this side we have Father Illerth, who is kind of nasty. He's got a Bloodstone. He can't have boots, but that's okay. And then he's probably going to be doing Army of Gold himself, and then he has Magoth, the Archdevil, who is going to most certainly be casting Firestorm. If I have air magic, I think I'm going to win. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can find air magic somewhere. I'm looking through here for a Grand Thaumaturg. I don't see it. I do see Foul Vapors. Now, Foul Vapors also could win this for me. And Rain is also going to be very good, which I think I'm set up to Rain. I don't see air magic, but I think Rain and Foul Vapors is going to be enough with Army of Gold that I should win. We'll find out, though. Dun, dun, dun. I think this is PD out in front, but I'm not sure. Okay, not sure what that was. Okay, Natural Rain. Okay, we have Firestorm out. That was a turn 1 Firestorm, so I don't think he did Phoenix Power, or maybe he did. I don't know. It was pretty fast. We are... Okay, we do not have... Okay, we have Anti-Magic up. I think that's ours. But we do not yet have Army of Gold. Okay, there it went. So now our skeletons are very tough. And Firestorm is not going to do that much. Somebody's casting Mass Flight. Who is casting Mass Flight? Okay, I'm going to do team color squares because some of you in the comments were saying that will help win the battlefield. I'm also going to come down. The faraway view is really cool, but when darkness pops up, it's really hard to see what's going on. I do love the darkness effect, though. Okay, I hope we put up Foul Vapors, because that is really what's going to win this for me here. There goes Mass Flight. So I did cast it. I didn't see who cast it, but... Rain of Skeletons on the forecast. There we go. So much for mages sitting behind a front line and spamming me with shit. Okay, now the skeletons we're summoning are kind of getting deleted by Firestorm. I still don't see our Aircaster anywhere. On this side of the map, it is not looking good. Now, the problem is, and Darkness is really punishing. Like, look at these guys. Their attack skill should normally be like 20. Okay, well, why is that only -3? Oh, they have half night vision. Okay, so it's not quite as punishing to a lot of Abyssians. Which actually is nice. Normally it would just crush their stats. I forget. Abyssians have half night vision, but still -3 to attack and defense is a pretty big deal. And importantly, now these guys, I think they do have their own army of something on them. No, they don't. What the hell was this guy casting? I don't know what he cast, but it wasn't useful. He needed to cast Army of... something. Army of Lead, maybe. But having these Rotarius mixed in really help increase the damage output. Because there's some things my skeletons are going to have a hard time with. The only thing is I did do Rush of Strength. I didn't really talk about that, but there's a Rush of Strength out there. Let's see how this Banelord does. Okay, kills like one skeleton at a time. Now it's possible we could control Undeadum. I don't... my mages aren't moving for it. I probably should have had them on advance, or some of them on advance and cast spells. Now, Abyssia is about to rout. I think that was one of my guys cast Doom? Who the hell cast Doom? like... I think it's the same guy that cast... Okay, maybe not. I think it was the same guy that cast... Oh, here you are. Okay, this is my air mage. I knew he was here somewhere. Okay, so he cast Doom, because I guess I didn't have him on conservative gem usage. And that's not exactly what we need at the moment, but that's okay. Okay, and everything appears to be going according to plan. I'm going to pick up the battle speed here. Firestorm is still up, though. We really need to get in and kill Molgoth. Or Magoth. With a few Rotarius sitting here banging away at him, I'm sure things will go okay. He is pretty hard to hit, though. I think it's being ethereal, and then he does have a ton of protection. This guy is retreating. Magoth is fatigued out. Does he have a Vine Shield? Yeah, he does. I'm gonna pick up the speed here, because we're in a bit of a stalemate. Okay, Magoth does not have regeneration. Oh, he does have regeneration. Yeah, Magoth isn't waking up. So this actually is kind of hilarious, but it could be a problem, largely because... Yeah, the battle's going to time out. So I end up routing, and Magoth is probably going to stick around because he's fatigued out. So it looks like he's going to actually win, if you can call it that. But all my guys will get off the field. So let's take a look. I probably lost some guys, but which was this? I think this was right here. So I transformed a bunch of Thaumaturgs into Solus, which is an upgrade. We lost our Vampire Lord and the item on him. Everybody else kind of lived. On Abyssius' side, his Archdevil killed 6,000 guys. Holy shit. That's all the Skelly spam that came out. Skelly spam is really bad with Firestorm up. My summoned skeletons do not have a problem because they get Army of Gold cast on them, but everybody else, yeah, it's not good. We killed all his troops, though, so he's not going to be taking shit. He is not. His Banelords are dead. Yeah, not looking good for him. Now, let's go check here. Okay, so he has provinces to retreat to, so we'll see. So you can see Abyssi and I are definitely not at peace. But he has declared on Agartha. Now, the fact that last episode I won a big battle is probably not going to... How the hell did we... Let's see how we lost this. Because I won that big battle with Agartha, and Agartha lost it, Abyssi is going to be shifting harder onto me than he would have otherwise, probably. Which makes sense. But, again, after losing a big battle like the one we just saw, which... I don't consider it... I mean, I consider it a full loss for him. Now, how do these guys not get damaged? Just a bunch of human troops? Oh, I guess he got him with... Iron Warriors? Yeah, they're pretty good with Iron Warriors. Okay, but then Blade Winds comes out, and Blade Winds might kill us before we kill them. How is that... I guess we get unlucky and route here. Because these guys definitely should have routed. Wait, did we lose this? Okay, somehow we lost this. I don't... Normally, that would not be able to kill this, but anyway. Such is life, that's a battle replay bug. That was this one. Then coming down, we've got a battle here where his Tartarian slaughters a bunch of our dudes. We've got a battle here where our Golem jumps in and kills some stuff. We've got a battle here where we kill some PD, where we kill some more PD. Let's check this out. Got a Tartarian coming through. Late game tarts. Okay, Charcoal Shield Firebrand, a bunch of magic paths, and yeah, This is the thing that makes Tartarians so good. They're cheap to summon. With just some basic stuff, they can become phenomenal. This one gem is for personal regeneration. This guy's going to be really hard to kill. Now, what I didn't have that I should have done is have some of these guys on advance and cast spells. Because now I could control undead him. But I'm not doing that, so anyway. Such is life, because this guy at 18 MR would totally get controlled. But as it stands, he's just going to kill everybody. So when we look at it... Where the hell was that? Must be this one. Okay, yeah. So he kills one of my Solus Mages, all my troops. It's a bit annoying. We have a bit, or we see the Agarth and Doomstack moving around, just chasing some of my stuff. And we try to kill a Golem, but are unsuccessful. I need to show you all of these things so that you kind of know what's happening in the game, because we've got a ton of big battles. And I won't click on them all if I just click on the main map, but I can't... These big battles are kind of part of a big strategy which is unfolding, and that strategy mostly takes place on the world map, so I kind of want to show you that, but I'm very selectively going after big Agarthan armies, and this is one of them. And I have, I think, if we look at it, almost everything I need to take this fight. I don't know if you can see mixed in here, there are tons of thaumaturgs and priests. Actually, a lot of these guys are priests, and the priests are there mostly to carry undead. But where are the thaumaturgs? I know there's some. Yeah, here they are back here. So we are going to be dropping a ton of stuff. We've got a white mage here with air magic. I don't know if we have earth magic present. I don't see any obvious earth magic. But let's see what happens. And we are going to have mass fight in just a moment. And there goes Fog Warriors. And the spells we have up here are Grip of Winter, Divine Channeling, Natural Rain. I don't think I have Rigor Mortis up. That's okay. We're going to pick the speed back up. And we slowly chip away at everyone. And as we chip away at them, we make our way into the Mage Core back here. And this honestly is just, I had way more dudes. Let's see if he got all of the important things off. Yeah, like these guys have an army of gold on them. It doesn't matter. When I'm attacking them from all the different angles, with Grip of Winter up, they're just not safe. I'm pretty sure they've routed now. And this is why you don't want to fight Sceleria in the late game. Now we could apostasy some of these guys. I guess that's not really working. I might have actually tried it. Did I try it? Because I think I probably did. Yeah, I got these guys up to Holy 2. I was thinking it would get them up a little higher. Some of these guys I think I had scripted to apostasy. But anyway, that's okay. And then there were three tiles of dudes. This guy's enlarged. I don't know how that exactly happened, but they are in some trouble. And like that, we win. So that was... God, it's so hard to find. Okay, so we lost half our troops, which is nothing. You can see we brought a huge amount of mages and priests. And we have basically killed everything. Now let's see where this was. This was in Epriska. Okay, so that was right here. So he decided finally to attack me, and we responded. We let him sit on our fort for a little bit. Now what this does is huge. He is deploying a lot of his armies over on this side of the map, down here. The thing is, on one hand it was really good that he went and conquered all of the Marinese territories, that way he's depriving it from me. But on the other hand, he now really, and his nation's reasonably slow in terms of map move. He now has more land than he can defend, so now that he's suffered a major loss over here, he's going to be hard-pressed to get enough troops to effectively defend as I roll all up in here. Now, he could potentially use Tartarians and other super combatants to deal with that, but we'll see how effective it is. There's a Tartarian here as well. Now, we'll finish going through all of these. Okay, Warshin, he attacks and is not successful. Castivia, however you say that. Okay, our Mercs, this is our Merc pod, they're rolling in and raiding successfully. That was this. Yes. Okay, let's watch this. This is shitty, I think. So Abyssia is attacking us with a single Banelord thug. And the Banelords are at the top end of thugs, and especially when they've got Tough Skin as their heroic ability. But these are top end thugs. But with Death Mages, we should be able to kill it. This guy, I think, is on hold and, on advance and cast spells. So that hopefully he can control Dedham. We've got Unholy Command coming out. You can see we're spamming it. Terra Frighten, Unholy Command, Unholy Command. What's this guy's MR? 19, so not too high, but not bad. So this actually is exactly what I wanted him to do. Okay. So we repelled him, but in the real version, the White Mage died. Now, we had a good shot at recruiting him, but I guess not good enough. Okay. If I were playing Abyssia and this were my Banelord, he would totally have gotten swept away from me. At least that is how it feels. Anyway. Okay, so... But, so now, in the real game, Abyssia... Oh, wait, no, he did get driven off. How did it say we lost? What a weird thing. Oh, no, it says we defeated him. Okay, but in the game, how did this guy die? So the battle replay must still be lying, but they both came to the same outcome, the Abyssia retreats. Yeah, this is the guy that would have died, and he definitely did not die in this version. Okay. So, anyway, that's kind of crappy. I do want to wrest all this back from Abyssia, but basically Mindhunt is my best friend for dealing with these guys. And, yeah, we'll see. Let's take a quick look at the global situation. So I've got Nexus and Stellar Focus. Stellar Focus is a really bad global. Abyssia has Eternal Pyre, which is really good, and Agartha has Gift of Health, which is really good. So, and I have Arcane Nexus, which is kind of the best. So that was a yes. Why Spring Grove? Ideally, I want to take... What I'm more worried about is Gift of Health. So I'm probably going to have to figure out how to take that, and I may be doing that in the next few turns. Okay, let's just see what this army looks like, because this is probably Agartha's biggest army. Yeah, pretty scary. Okay, and that was on man. And then coming down, you can see we still got a ton more battles. Okay, we successfully raid. Agartha successfully raids us. We get killed by Agartha. We took a province with no PD in it. We took another province. We took another province. Agartha attacks us and is successful. Now this is a pretty big commitment for a raiding party. But this is going to go through a lot of undead. So this is a pretty efficient raiding party just in terms of... it's going to kill a lot of things except a big commitment from me. Like, basically, if I have air magic, he's toast, but... okay, coming down, we are unsuccessful. Oh no, we did conquer it. Okay, so Heavy Cav worked, which is crazy because they all died. I guess both armies routed, and we'll just see what happens. Huh, okay, so you can see the battle replays are pretty heavily desynced now, but anyway, we should have won. I mean, yeah, we technically won. But I think we just have a commander. Okay, forces of Agartha. Wait, no, we just clicked on that, and then we clicked on... Was it this one? No. Okay, Agartha is moving around more. Oh, that was the one we just clicked on, okay. And then we raid, and okay, there's one final big battle in Sophitek. Wait, whoops. So hopefully, if we win this, we've really got... Now, this is right up on the edge of Abyssia, and this is a pretty small force from me. Versus a pretty big force from Abyssia, so... I'm not even sure what all I'm going to put up. Natural rain, heat from hell. Okay, so he has Firestorm out. I don't think I have Army of Gold. So I'm basically, I think everything's dead. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have Army of Gold. Rip everybody. So in Sophitek, we did have a pretty punishing loss, and we lost a ton of mages. So this is not good. What is redeeming about it? Really nothing. That's a pretty thorough stomping. And I lost a lot of mages, and I really need mages in that portion of the map. We got 40 pearls. Purgatory is hitting us for events. We got some nature gems and some gold. And that is it. So you can see it's taking forever. And I think, you know, not a lot of YouTubers cover... Like, a lot of the ones I used to like watching, like Nuclear Monkey and Psy, they often didn't go deep into the late game. Now, either that's because they won, like especially if you're playing a blitz, it's not going to go into the late game, but covering the late game is tough, because just getting through all the events on your turn can take forever. Anyway, so let's take a look at what's going on. Let's do... He has one big army, right? I have a big army here and a big army here. Here's another big army, but I've got a big army here and a big army here. He's got a medium army here, but I've got a big army here. And he's got a medium army here, but I've got, like, a big army here and a big army here. So, the main point is that I've got way more medium-sized armies than he does that are very threatening. But I also have to deal with Abyssia. But I have completely destroyed Abyssia down here. Like, this battlefront is essentially completely won. He's got some assassins over here, but whatever. This army has been somewhat slightly diminished, but I have a ton of dudes nearby. But I may choose to just give this to him. Because while I could fight, I would prefer to have this. And the good thing is... okay, so what I'm doing is I'm moving a ton of guys over here. Now, if I move all these guys over here, what does that mean? It means that I'm going to have split Agartha, where he is going to have to choose between losing the throne and losing this, and I think he'll choose to lose this. And he's going to probably send everything at the throne. Now, if he does that, I get this province for free. Or not for free. I'm going to have to basically... I risk losing one of these armies, which is fine. Like, this isn't so heavy of a commitment. I don't care about losing it, really. This army, I'm probably actually just going to move off the throne, so this is kind of a fake, actually, going on the throne. But if he doesn't defend it well, you know, I could choose to storm it. Meanwhile, we are cranking out Earth Gnomes here. This is a very, very big army, and we are going to go and check this also. So I'm going to be... He's going to presumably move away from here and chase me up this way, because I've popped this fort. I'm going to have 3 of his forts in check, and I can possibly take 2 of them. So, and my troops are more mobile than him. Like, I'm moving 2 provinces here. It's going to be really hard for him to move his mages and all that 2 provinces. Most of the time he can't. Most of the time he's map move 1. So not only does he have fewer armies, but they have less mobility, and I'm just going to use that to my advantage and pick them apart. Yeah, not exactly fair. Meanwhile, we're going to hang tight here in case he raids me. I think we're putting up... Are we putting up a fort? No, we're not. Oh, yeah, we are. Here it is. It's going up. I'm blind. So we're putting up a fort here, so I'm just going to kind of defend it. And we'll continue to raid up this way. Basically, all my guys are going to be raiding. If we look, wherever you look, I'm trying to send somebody into raid. This throne is broken. I don't think I can really get out. Yeah, my guys have been getting assassinated. I think we're just going to preach my last turn, which is not really going to... I really should break out and run. I don't really know why I'm doing this. This is probably a bad idea, and I probably should destroy the laboratory before I go. I'm definitely going to lose this, which is kind of shitty. So on one hand, I'm losing ground kind of very slowly to Abyssia, but I'm inflicting significant damage on him, and I'm picking Agartha apart. So as long as I'm picking Agartha apart faster than I'm losing ground to Abyssia, then the game is basically going to be mine. The other thing you can see is I'm recruiting a lot more Rotarius now. And I probably should have been doing this all along, but I want to mix Rotarius into my raiding parties. Whenever I'm running into small little groups of heavily protection-buffed dudes, having Rotarius mixed in will greatly increase my chances of success. And, you know, if I have enough of them, they'll even be able to help potentially take down some of the harder super combatant-type Tartarians. Okay, now we're also going to be moving in more guys up here. I had built... I think this was my fort I built, actually. I'm not totally sure. But we have this province now. It's got Maze, Sunridge. Does it say down here? Okay, I didn't do it this turn. But we're going to be moving more dudes over here. I think we're upgrading this. No, I don't see that. Okay. And we're continuing to siege. So let's look at the script I have here, because it should hopefully be set up... Okay, completely unscripted. Man, I'm kind of playing sloppy. I think the game started going really slow at this point. And Agartha and I were in kind of a grind fest for just who is going to put the most effort into winning, because it takes a ton of time to script all this stuff. Like, there's just one squad... And I have it, it's not scripted at all. This is just ridiculous. So, I totally could have scripted it to do Unholy Command or something and try to catch the Tartarian. Obviously, I'm not doing any of that, which I'm not proud about. So these guys are probably all going to die. Meanwhile, guys are coming over here to raid. And we're coming down to check this fort. Now, I don't really know if I agree with this. I'm figuring this army's probably going to come knock me off, so I want to keep moving to kind of hopefully keep it out of position. I would totally like to take Marignon's fort, but this is a very threatening army also. So, not totally sure. Let's go check out on the casting front what's happening. You can see indeed we are casting Gift of Health, and we're doing a moderate overcasting with... I have 120, so if we look at it, it's going to be an overcasting of 70. And hopefully that will steal it from Agartha. And if that does, that is going to knock out Tartarians, as in terms of it being a long-run thing he can do efficiently. You can still do Tarts without Gift of Health, it's just super inefficient. Or much less efficient. So we'll be stealing Gift of Health. In addition, we can see our guy is Astral 6, and what this means is we can get up to Astral 9, which is what we need for Wish. But to do that, I need 100 pearls, so we'll be doing that later, but not now. And then we have this big army moving down here, and so the script's basically going to be the same that we won this other battle with. Mass Flight Fog Warriors, that kind of stuff, Life After Death. Okay, I've been too lazy to put gems on him. But you get the idea. Now, noticeably, there haven't been many flames from the sky, which is good, but you can see it's hard for him to kind of pick. Like, where's he going to target? Kill any one of these? Which is not bad. I mean, you're going to kill a lot of mages wherever you target. But... yeah, it's going to be tough. If his goal is to just do some economic damage and kill some mages, he can target wherever. But it's going to be really hard for him to know which army I have coming in, or whether I'm pulling in from a variety of provinces to come defend. So, like, pegging one army here would be pretty tough. Okay, so I sent a message to Agartha saying, an enchantment bonus site for Agartha. Woo! And then to every nation I say, invading armies will be turned into skeletons. And I say that basically as I have knocked off Abyssia's troops. Now, in a previous episode, somebody was asking, how impactful is it not having undead command, or like undead leadership? And it's pretty big. Like you can see I've got 3,000 troops here I can't move. I've got 1,400 here I can't move. I've got 1,200. Now I could move them. You could put them on top of these guys and move them to the battlefront, and I probably should do that, because continuing to reanimate and keep them here is not really helpful. But, I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass. You have to sit here and do this for all of them. And then you move them, but then you have nobody recruiting in these provinces anymore, which I guess that's fine. You still have a ton of undead sitting in the garrison. But anyway, the main thing is that these guys are not very efficient with just 25 undead leadership at moving troops around, but they're very efficient at summoning them. And if you get undead leadership, they become way, way, way better at moving them around also. And basically that means you're able to much more easily raid with your... Like, these guys become very good raiders. And you don't have any qualms about continuing to summon huge, more and more amounts of undead, because it's very easy to move them around. Now, but as you can see, like, there are some obvious mistakes in this game. Like, I didn't script this battle at all, and they're piling up here. I probably, if I'm completely min-maxing it, I'm not even completely min-maxing it, I should be putting all these guys on my priests, running them to where they should be, and then leaving some units behind in the garrison. And that would be fine. And that would put my priests closer to the front of war. The only definite problem with that is the front of war is much more likely going to be flames from the sky, where they can die. So I do like having them distributed, not all just at the provinces which are going to be fighting, but such is life. Such is life. And I think that's it for this turn and for this episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.